even before the documentary, we were always talking about you, because there's another guy, Alain Robert, who you probably know. He climbs buildings.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a sissy. He doesn't have he doesn't use a wire. He just climbs the buildings, which is pretty easy.
I think he knows him, but he doesn't want to acknowledge him.
Yeah.
Which
No,
I
don't know.
I think what you did was hard. Everybody knows you. You walked on a tightrope in between the Twin Towers.
Yeah, I don't try to do things that are harder. I'm interested in beautiful theater in the sky.
All right.
I've never heard it put that way before.
Yeah, that is that one. You had no fear of falling? I mean, even as a guy who knows...
It's very logic, my answer, and it's not a pun. It's reality. I had no fear of falling because I could not fall. If not, I would be fearful, of course, and I will run away in fear. But because I cannot fall, because I put myself in a state of psychological and tangible certitude, solidity, I can enter in this fragile world with knowing I will do the final step victoriously.
So what are you thinking as you're walking across? I mean, there's one part where I think you said you focused on the other building on a piece of metal. Is that what you actually looked at?
Yeah. One nice way when you're on a tightrope, try it one day, and believe me, it's the right way. Look at where the wire is tied on the other side. It's a bit like the horizon on a long walk. And that makes you feel like you're part of a rigid system. But in these walks, as you know, I walked many times, 8 times. My friends told me I didn't have a machine to measure my walks, but I stayed there like almost 45 minutes. And during that time, I actually looked down, looked around.
You sat down on the wire.
Yes, I sat down.
You laid down
yes,
on the wire.
Yeah.
So you actually looked down at one point, and there's a photo of you, I guess, balancing yourself, where you kind of go down onto the wire and your leg is hanging down, and you said you took a look down because you'd never see that view.
Yes, I do that actually not in the middle of a performance, but sometimes, yes, I stop performing and I do a little thing for my own pleasure, and it is often to sit on the wire, let's say on a very long and high wire, and then to look around and look down. And it's amazing because it's a view that it is true I will never have again. Each walk is very different, and at the top of the world, 1,350 feet in the air, right. I had to look around, and I recorded magnificent images.
Yes. Are you going to do any more walking?
Yes,
I know
continue.
You still perform and all that.
Yeah,
Are you thinking of another?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Obviously, nothing as huge as the Twin Towers.
Well, I have small, medium, and giant walks. I'm not trying to collect the gigantic, but it looks, when I look back at my life, I have done big things. But I have many projects. One of them is quite mysterious. It's to attach my rope or my wire to the belly of those big statues in Easter Island. The Moai, they are sacred statues. And that would be like a very mysterious, out-of-the-world walk. So things like that interest me, and they almost look like they have their room in a movie rather than in real life. But I continue to perform. I continue to write books. I'm writing my 7th book right now.
Wow.
And I also lecture on creativity, go to people and tell them how I work by myself. I discover juggling, magic. It's a life that is a life of passion, and as long as life continues, I will continue to exercise those passions.